Hello friends, this is Will Dodd from Georgia Youth Science and Technology Center, and this is the third video in a series, 3D printing your first object. So in the past episode, we generated a G-code file using Astroprint. We're now going to check out the 3D printer itself, and we're going to get the SD card from the 3D printer and load our G-code file onto that SD card. Alright, so let's check out the 3D printer. Alright, so here's our Ender 3 3D printer. What we're going to be taking a look at is the SD card slot. So if we take a look down at the bottom here, this is where the control board is housed, and we're going to push this micro SD card so that it pops out, and these things are stupid tiny. So we're going to take this and actually put it in the SD card adapter so that we can put it into our computer. Alright, so what you see here is the micro SD card and the SD card adapter. So what we need to do is take this micro SD card, which is crazy tiny, try not to lose it, and put it inside of the SD card adapter. Oh my gosh, I just did that one-handed. That surprises me. Alright, so now we're going to take this SD card, boop, and adapter and put it into our computer. Alright, so you can see I have my micro SD card inside of its adapter, and I have my computer. Now my SD card reader in my computer is right here, so I'm going to place this micro SD card and adapter into that slot. And now on my computer, I'll show you what's next. Alright, so we're back to my computer. We have our not my STL file. We sliced our STL file and turned it into a G-code, and the G-code file that we're looking for, .first object, blah, 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 G-code, is in my downloads folder. So let's go ahead and pull up my downloads folder because we're going to need to transfer that file to my SD card that I just put in my computer. So I'm going to go to my downloads file, and we see .first object STL, but that's not what we want. We want .first object Ender 3 PLA normal G-code. That's what we want. So I'm going to grab that file, and I'm just going to drag and drop it on my SD card, which is our E file there. And I'm going to open up my SD card, and there it is, .first object Ender 3 PLA normal .G-code. So I'm going to take that file and I'm going to transfer it to the 3D printer. Alright, so I transferred my G-code file to my SD card. So I'm going to take that SD card out and walk it over to the 3D printer. Alright, now that I'm at the 3D printer, I'm going to take out the micro SD card, which again, be careful with that because it's crazy tiny. And I'm going to take that and place it in the 3D printer's micro SD card slot. Alright, that's that. Now I'm going to go over to the would it be a LED or LCD display? There we go, now we can see it. I'm just going to click this button, and I'm going to go down to change SD card. Click that. And what that's going to do is reboot my SD card so that I can read the files off of it. I'm going to scroll up to print from SD, and then I'm going to go down to the object I want to print, which would be .first object. Now, before I click this button to print the object, I just want to double check my print bed. It looks pretty messy, but I think my object will stick to that. If I didn't have a good layer of glue stick, and by glue stick I'm just talking about like regular Elmer's glue stick, I would definitely want to like wipe some glue stick on there. But I think we're okay, so I'm going to go ahead and on my screen here, ooh, it disappeared. I'm going to go back to print from SD and go down to .first object. Alright, you can see the printer's going ahead and heating up. So I will check back in once this printer is heated up. Now you can see the 3D printer is heated up and it's in motion. And you can see right under the extruder nozzle here, right up under there, you can see the first layer is sticking well to the bed. Anytime you set up a print, you definitely want to check to see if that first layer is sticking to the bed really well. And it's sticking beautifully right now, so I'm just going to keep letting it print. Alright, you can tell my cube is pretty small, But the good thing is it only took 12 minutes for this thing to print. Now, to remove my object, I'm going to pull my print bed back. And I could probably just grab the cube and pull it off. Yeah, there it is. So there's my cube. Now, there's some cleaning up to do for sure down around the bottom of it. But I do want to show you this print bed that I have here. It is the magnetic print bed upgrade. I highly recommend that. What happens is it's got 2 magnet sheets right here, so I can just pull off the print bed itself and bend it if my part is not coming off the print bed. That way I don't have to give my students sharp, scary scrapers for them to cut themselves with. They can just pull off this magnetic bed and bend it and get their part off. So if you made it this far, follow me. Hey, congratulations, you have a super tiny cube that you just printed, but that's your first 3D printed object. So stay tuned and you'll see future videos that'll teach you how to do similar things. See you then.